Hello. Today is March 28th, 2018, and hope you're doing well. I'm sitting here at the park again, the next day from when I did my last recording. And yesterday we talked about the transition of moving from the old, dead, separating world and its ways into the new. And while the transition and the movement into the new is something that we've longed for forever and ever and ever. It's not easy. So we talked about that. Oh crap, somebody put her radio on, I'm gonna have to move. So anyway, it's not easy because and we talked about it yesterday, so but I kind of a thought that passed by me yesterday while I was doing that one, and then I didn't really get to talk about it, was that this new creation, we'll call, that we're becoming is kind of, it's different from when we were born here, even though there are some similarities, as we talked about yesterday, of being reborn, of being born, of being, going from a certain type of existence, and then when you're born as a baby into this world, you begin a whole new experience now. It's totally different from having developed in the womb. But when the baby is born, it's separate. It's separated from its mother, and it becomes its own autonomous, distinct individual, for real, like completely, in that sense. Whereas the thought that came yesterday was the being that we're becoming is a union. And we can feel that even in the process now. We feel that there is some it's whatever the opposite feeling is of becoming separate from something. We feel this union, almost, for lack of a better way of putting this, it's almost as if as we're moving into the new place, the new world, the new way, we are, as individuals, we're coming together in a way that we can't really imagine, to become a new being, a new creation. It's inclusive, and so just almost like the image that's coming is like the cells in a body. Like we are each the cells of this new being, of this new body. We're connecting in that way. We're forming a brand new creation that is more in keeping with union. It's really difficult to try to articulate this anymore, because if you're experiencing it, then you understand what that means. And so it's unnecessary to develop that any further. And if it's something that you haven't begun yet, emphasis on yet, then it may not really resonate right now. It may not even make any sense. But it's kind of like when you come together with others for a specific purpose. Your mindset is all the same. You're all on the same page. So it's kind of sort of like that, but it's not a mindset. It's a heart thing. It's deeper than just people coming together with a concept that they want to see come to some kind of conclusion, and they're going to work together to bring that about. But that example sort of illustrates what we're talking about here. And just imagine that feeling, if you've ever been a part of something like that. And try to remember how that felt, being with others, especially if it was something that was, was going to serve the whole. And you come together, and the feeling is, it's hard to describe what that's like. It's not like being on a sports team to win a game, although I guess in some way that would describe it, but it's deeper, and then even go deeper than that, because the feeling that we're describing here of this new being coming into being is that feeling of coming together in harmony, but times 1,000, because you're feeling it beyond a conscious level. It's something that you're feeling, and so anyway, so that's it. So that was something that we didn't really touch on yesterday, because like I said, it kind of came to me, but then it flew away. So maybe that's better. That idea, that is. Anyway, so that actually is a good thing, that that we're having this amazing experience of unification, of blending together in a way that we haven't known before.
$25 without receipt, remember? But you spend $100.
People walking by, find that receipt. But it's really awesome that we have that, because, like we said yesterday, the process is very challenging, and it's hard. And there's two sides to this coin, like everything in this place. And that the one side is it's just kind of feeling discombobulated in this place now, because all of the old stuff is just falling away, and you feel it, you really feel that. But then it's like, okay, so this big question mark, like you feel like a big question mark in this place, and that's hard. But then the other side of the coin is stop thinking. Stop trying to analyze this. Stop trying to come up with the answers in your conscious mind, and just sink into what is the other side of the coin, which is this unspeakable harmony that is just felt throughout us. And that's the other thing, is that it cannot be enjoyed in this place the way we enjoy the pleasures of this place. It can't be grabbed and held, and all of the stuff with things that we pursue here that bring us pleasure, it doesn't. It's funny, if you think too hard, if you try to think too hard, it just starts to crumble, and then we really starting to feel almost miserable and useless and completely lost and forlorn. And that's what happens when you try to apply the stuff of the stuff of the old to the new. And so again, what we do is we breathe in, you take that deep breath, and you move away from the old played out way of doing things. You move away from that because it can't work. And you just sink into the new. And you have to leave all the thoughts and all the analyzing and all of that kind of computing and processing in your brain. You can't bring that there. And when you do that and you just move into it, allow yourself to be in that harmonious whatever it is, then it's all good. So like we said yesterday, so we're moving more and more into that, and so that's going to require that we really enhance our abilities of letting go of the old, really, and that's no small feat right there, if you want to call it a feat. It's no easy thing to just it's a complete change, and it's taking time. So anyway, that's what we wanted to add on to yesterday's recording. So hopefully this has been encouraging to anyone who may have listened to it. And as always, want to wish you much love. Thank you. Bye-bye.